All right, so today is the every time. And this is going to be quiz 1 study guide notes. These are the notes for your study guide for quiz 1. And the first question on your quiz or on your study guide will be, what are the names of 3 collinear points? Three collinear points. Collinear means on the same line. All right, and you're going to be given a picture, and it's going to kind of look like this. This picture is of a plane, and then this plane has a line going through it. And then this line has some points on it. It's got a C and a and then there's some points here, L and point N. Collinear. Collinear. On the same line. This is pretty easy, okay? The 3 points that are on the same line, that's C, A, and B. Got it? Very good. Then, where did that come from? Then number 2. Number 2 says it's going to ask you, what are the names of 4 coplanar points? 4 coplanar points. Coplanar means on the same plane. On the same plane. And look, I'm going to go back to this other picture, I hope. So I don't have to draw it again. Do you see these points here, L and N and point A and point M? All right. Do you see how those points are within this parallelogram here? This parallelogram is representing a plane. A plane is something like the top of your desk or the front wall of the classroom or the ceiling. All right. And since these 4 points are in this plane, then those are the 4 coplanar points. That's L, M, N, and A. L, M, N, and A. Those are all coplanar. You see how point C and point B, they're not within that plane? They are not coplanar. You guys see the difference? All right, I'll take that as a yes. We understand the difference. Number 3 question is, are U, V, and X collinear? And then you've got this picture. And here's U. Here's V. Here's W. And here's X. Are U, V, and X collinear? Collinear means on the same line. Point U, V, and X. Are they on the same line? They're not, are they? Okay, they're not. All right, so that's just a no. U, V, and W are all on the same line. X, V, and S are all on the same line. Okay, so see the difference? All right, yeah. Say that again. Coplanar? Coplanar means on the same plane. On the same plane. All right, so number 4 here. What is the length of AC? Segment AC. And you're given a number line. And on this number line, point A is at -5. And C is at 4. All right. There's 2 ways to do it. One way is to just count. All right. How far is it from -5 to 0? -5 to 0 is 5 units. And how far is it from 0 to 4? That's 4 units. So what's AC equal to? 9. Good. All right. The mathematical way to do it is you can say that segment AC is equal to the absolute value of the difference of the points. So you can take -5 and you could subtract 4, and the absolute value of that would be equal to the segment AC. So -5 minus 4 would be -9, and the absolute value of -9 would be equal to 9. Number 5, you're going to be given a segment EFG. You're going to be told that E to F equals 5. E to G equals E to G. E all the way to G equals 17. Find FG. So you need to find FG, segment FG. Talked about this a couple days ago. If you take the big piece, which is 17, and you subtract one of the smaller pieces, which is 5, doesn't that give you the other smaller piece? Doesn't EF plus FG have to equal E to G? All right, so F to G is going to be equal to 12. All right, this entire segment minus one of the smaller segments equals the other smaller segment. In number 6, you got another EFG. And you're told that E to F equals 9x. F to G equals 12. And E to G equals 85. So this whole distance equals 85. Find the value of x. Same concept, except this time you can use addition. This piece, EF, plus this piece, FG, has to equal the entire segment, which is EG. So if you take 9x plus 12, it's got to equal 85. And then you can subtract 12 from each side. Your 9x is now going to equal 85 minus 12. 73? Yes. Thank you. Divide both sides by 9. And your x equals 8.1. Number 7, draw another EFG segment. In number 7, you are told that EF is 2x minus 6. F to G is 3x minus 11. And E to G is 23. Find the value of x. EF and FG. So now you need to find 3 different dimensions, or you need to find the value of x and then these 2 dimensions. Here's how this works. It's the same concept. Your 2x minus 6 plus the 3x minus 11 has to equal 23. The 2 smaller segments added together have to equal the entire segment. So you're going to combine your like terms, your 2x plus your 3x, that's 5x. Your negative 6 minus 11 is going to be negative 17. And that's all equal to 23. So then you're going to add 17 to each side. Your 5x will equal 40. And then you can divide both sides by 5. X will equal 8. So that's your first answer. Your x is equal to 8. Well, your EF, that's equal to 2 times x minus 6. So we do 2 times 8 minus 6. So that's 16 minus 6, which is 10. And your F to G is going to be equal to 3 times 8 minus 11. 3 times 8 is 24 minus 11. That's 13. All right, so 3-part question. X, E to F, F to G. Solve for X. Then you go back and substitute it here and here. Number 8. All right, now you've got a segment that is R is at the left endpoint, Z is in the middle. Z is in the middle, and T is the right endpoint. You're told that Z is the midpoint. You need to find X, RZ, and RT. You're told that R to Z is 6X minus 20, and that Z to F is 70. I'm sorry, Z to T is 70. So if Z is the midpoint's in the middle. And if it's in the middle, then we have these, you would have these tick marks here. And the tick marks mean that RZ is equal to ZT. So your 6X minus 20 is equal to 70. Add 20 to each side. Your 6X will be equal to 90. And then you divide by 6. So your X is equal to 15. So if X is equal to 15, there's your first answer. RZ, you can cheat if you want. All right, if these two segments are equal to each other, how far is it from R to Z? Yeah, it's 70. How far is it from R to T? 140, good. Number 9, there's 12 questions total, so we got 4 to go. Number 9, another segment. S is the left endpoint, T is the midpoint, and U is the right endpoint. S to T is 3X. T to U is 2X plus 25. And you need to find ST, TU, and the entire length, SU. T is the midpoint. If T is in the middle, then these two segments are congruent. They're equal to each other. So 3X is equal to 2X plus 25. So subtract 2X. And 3X minus 2X is just X, and it's equal to 25. If your X is equal to 25, then isn't ST equal to 3 times 25? And I think that's 75. T to U is the same, isn't it? 2 times 25 is 50 plus 25, that's 75. So S to U is 150. Number 10. That's all right. This video is going to be posted on Focus. As soon as I'm done, I'm going to upload it to Focus. Number 10 says to find the coordinates of the midpoint. And you've got H that's at 3, 5. And K is at 7, 7. All right, we did this yesterday. Here's our X sub 1 and our Y sub 1. x sub 2 and y sub 2. So the midpoint is going to be located at, add the two x's together, you get 3 plus 7, and you divide it by 2. And then you add your y's together, and you divide by 2. So this is going to be 5 plus 7 divided by 2. So the coordinates of the midpoint are going to be at 3 plus 7 is 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 plus 7 is 12 divided by 2 is 6. Your midpoint's going to be at 5, 6. All right, number 11. Number 11, you're going to have all the information, so I'm not going to spend the time writing it for 11 and 12. M is the midpoint of CF for points C39 and F. We need to scratch number 11. We're going to skip number 11. It's a distance formula problem, and we didn't cover that yet. I thought it was a midpoint problem. All right, number 12. M is the midpoint of RS. M, 2, 6 is the midpoint of RS, segment RS. S is at 3, 8. Find the coordinates of R. I'm going to show you two ways to do this problem, okay? One way to do this problem is you can sketch a graph of your XY axis. You can put M on there, which is at 2, 6. Here's point M. It's the midpoint. S is at 3, 8. Here's S. 3, 8. M is at 2, 6. M was the midpoint of RS. So if S is right here and M is in the middle, wouldn't R be down here somewhere where the cursor is? Do y'all agree with that? We're looking for a point down here somewhere. Okay? So if the end of this segment, if the X at the end is 3 and 2 is in the middle, how far are those away from each other? 1. So where's the other end going to be at? 1. So it's going to be here. R is going to have an X value of 1. That's just kind of the common sense way of solving this problem. If your Y value of 1 at one end is 8 and it's 6 in the middle, how far apart are those two? 2. Aren't they going down by 2? If they're going down by 2 and we go down 2 more, where's this one going to be? 4. coordinates of R then are going to be 1, 4. All right, and then here's the math way to do this. This is the algebra way. The algebra way, in terms of your x, you take the midpoint, which is 2, and the midpoint's equal to one of the x's plus the other x divided by 2. For your y at the end point, the midpoint, 6, is equal to one of your y's, which is 8, plus the other y divided by 2. When you do it this algebra way, now you multiply both sides by 2. These 2's cancel, and 4 equals 3 plus x sub 2, and you subtract 3 from each side, and 1 is equal to your x sub 2. But we already knew that, right? Here's the math way to do it, if the first way didn't make sense. You do the same thing with your math on the y, or for the y value. You multiply both sides by 2 again. You get 12 equals 8 plus y sub 2. Cancel these out, and you subtract 8 from each side. And 4 equals your y sub 2. And there it is there, and here it is the algebra way.